Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, a little midday money on a, I don't even know what today is, Tuesday. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's doing good. Like, subscribe, ring that bell here. Max Wager, winning free picks, parlays, whatever you're watching. I appreciate the views. You coming in, saying hello. Views are nice. The like buttons are nice. The comments, though, pretty important. That's a big part of the show. You come in, say hello, and then we chat for about an hour. Good news is, number one, you rock Culvers. Check it out. They got the little rock on sign, too, they drew. First customer Culvers today at 10:30 this morning. So there's that. There's that happiness to my life. Promos underneath. We're working on a new link. A couple of people had asked on Twitter. I had reached out, and then I talked to the guy who does the text, and apparently you need a link for it. So sorry, not the techie text guy, but we're on it. We're on it for those of you looking to get down on the premium stuff. But I don't know. Maybe you're not. Maybe you just want the free stuff. And why wouldn't you? It wins again yesterday. Cubby run line. Winner plus 120. 162 and 153 plus 36.70. We keep it rolling along here. Rolling along in Major League Baseball. Today, before we get those, let's do the, as I always do, the recap. Favorites that we've taken, 54 and 34. Totals, 157 and 111. My premiums yesterday, who do we have? I had Seattle. I had the Orioles early. And San Fran, I believe, also won. So, winning day, 392 and 375 plus 28.79. Or possibly you're up 14.85, being 387 and 384. Again, I've mentioned it since, but you got to go back to April. I was saying shop around, right? You got different books, different totals. NFL, college football, college hoops, NBA, the halves, they come in handy. So shop around. Today, don't have to worry about a half year on the Ranger game. It was 8. We're going under. Perez has been absolutely fabulous the entire year. 2 gems, including a shutout versus Houston already. And Euclides, 2 solid starts himself versus the Rangers. And Houston just on a whole and under team. We'll go under the 8. And Seattle again. We're back on the Mariners. We lost yesterday with them, but you know what? I don't mind. I'll take Seattle again. I'll take them again here. Again, a little bit of plus money. As a Yankee guy, I'm just not sold. I think they had trouble versus good pitching. I think Seattle's a decent pitching team. We'll see what happens. Last night didn't get there. It's all right. We'll battle back. NFL's Ravens. That line's come down, but I'm leaving the lines up because that's what I put them out at. That's what I bet them at. And that's what they're staying at for the video. We started, I guess we put those up Friday. So they moved a little bit. Raven lines come down. And, we'll touch on that real fast. So, yes, everybody's going to be on the Ravens. It went up to 5. It's down to 3.5. We all know about Harbaugh's number in the preseason. 18-1-1 or 20 straight, whatever, 20 straight up, maybe 18-1-1 against the spread, and he's 40-15 or whatever he is overall. And yeah, it's tough betting some preseason, a couple games out, because you don't know what's going to happen. Guys out not playing. Maybe they're going to sit some guys. I don't know. This team just seems to still do well during the preseason. I'm not saying that they're going to roll out starters here, stuff like that. But again, we'll talk about that more. I'll tomorrow night we'll bring back the Look Ahead Line show. If you want to pop into that, I'll go over every game. I do got a best bet up. We'll see if I touch on that one there. You never know. Anyway, let's. I got a little sneeze coming on. Tim, jump in.
Okay, good. I went, clicked, tried to click, muted myself, walked myself in.
Too late. You're too late.
It's okay. It's okay.
So yesterday I had like a couple. I was like, oh no, I popped myself out for a couple seconds. It's I don't, me in the mornings. I always, if I go outside, whether I'm just playing around in the grass or in this case I was out, these little crazy allergies kind of get me. And it's different allergies down here. Like in Jersey, the car would be like covered. It would look green. Here, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what the problem is. Whatever. I don't know. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Eric's in the house. What do we got here? Jays team total over 4.5. Here we go back with the Jays with Manoah's on the hill. So we like him, yes. And I do like Toronto, right? He's on anytime I get that cat going, you're in the game, right? He's gonna give up 2 or 3, keep you sharp. Brandish is a guy who's give up some runs. Off a loss. Let's go. I'll go team total over with you. And the Smelly Dog Reds. It is difficult, and I said this to you on Twitter, right? We talk about the huge dogs. You take a team like the Reds. I mean, it's Mike Minor. Let's be honest. It's kind of like taking Corbin or Joe Adon or Keiko when he's pitching. Just bad pitchers. They aren't sexy. They're tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. But if you start taking these ugly, crazy bad dogs, like, you know what? I'm gonna roll them out, and you got to hit 1 out of every 3 to kind of make a little. You go 1 and 3. You're down a little bit, but you're not getting hurt. And then you have those 2 out of 3 days, and you start making a little bit bankroll. It'll change your mindset a little bit down the road, not just for baseball plus money line dogs, but even for just dogs in general, whether it be basketball or football. You start taking, and NBA is gonna be the spot where you be like, a 7-point dog, the Warriors should win by double digits, or the Sixers, whoever the case would be. It'll just you have to change your kind of thinking on betting when you take dogs. So you grab a bunch of ugly dogs. It'll make it easier to take not so ugly dogs. And then listen, that game yesterday was what, 3-1 with the Reds. I went to 5-1. I don't mind you taking those, Eric. You know that. Javi, good morning. Toronto run line with okay. Again, you got a good picture here. The run line last night was 110. I didn't look at the lines this morning because I set up the room and then I ran to Culver's. So I don't know if it's changed, but it was minus 110 last night. As long as you're not in like the 140, 150 range, that's okay. Because I know the Mets were 135 last night on a run line. I was like, eesh, And I thought it'd be like, it's Mike Minor. I'm thinking, all right, I could do a little run line. I didn't do the Mets run line yesterday. I'm not coming back with them today. So somehow this game turns into like a 6-5 game, and I'm losing a run line. I didn't have it yesterday. So again, those 135s and up, kind of sketchy. But if we're in a 110 with Toronto, wonderful. San Diego run line, 115 today with Musgrove against San Fran. Again, here we go. We're taking the Padres on a nice losing streak. I had San Fran yesterday. I probably should have put San Fran in the chat again today. I probably should have put San Fran in the chat. That's a mistake on my part. I mean, this San Fran team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Excuse me. San Diego, 5 in a row. 7 runs in those 5 losses. Shutout back-to-back. 3-1-3. But yeah, they're due to win today. Let's go run line. I mean, I guess you have to go run line because how can you lay 170 to a team on a 5-game losing streak? Run line plus 115, sure. So Toronto run line for a second time. Oh, Toronto run line first 5. Okay, sure. Arizona over the 8.5. Henry and Zach Thompson. I mean, who the heck is Tommy Henry? I'll say okay. I mean, again, I got real zero kind of feel on that game at all. And the Braves, where are friends in Atlanta against the Sox? Oh, Charlie Morton and Rich Hill. Rich Hill. I mean, unbelievable. Rich Hill's still pitching. What the heck? Well, this is why. What were the Sox doing at the trade deadline? Sale broke his hand on a bicycle. He doesn't know how to ride a bike. And here comes Rich Hill. 42-year-old ageless Rich Hill. Wow. Oh, man. Again, we don't want to lay runs with the Braves, right? Because we give up some runs here with Morin. Last start, Hill, 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs against the Stros. First game back after a month off. You know what? You got to go over this game, right? I mean, who are we kidding here? Rich Hill's going to go 4 innings. He's going to give up 3 or 4 runs. Morin's going to give up a couple. Let's go over that 9.5. I'm with you, miss. I'm with you there. I mean, Charlie Morin. Justin, hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. St. Louis, Colorado over the 11. Big number in the Rockies. Ryan Felter and Mikolos. It's 11 with Miklos on the hill. I know Colorado hits at home, and we've had upsets by them at home. I almost want to say under here. I mean, is St. Louis going to score 9 off a big series versus the Yanks? I get it. Looked good. Bats are pumping out the runs. I don't know. I'd lean under there. Seattle Yanks under for sure. Detroit run line. The old Motor City Kitties. Detroit Lenny will be happy that you're here back in the Tigers against Cleveland. Bieber and Alexander. I thought about taking the Tigers, believe it or not, on the money line plus 170. And I mentioned Bieber's numbers his last start. I mean, the guy has not been all that great. Everyone's going to probably bet Cleveland, right? You're thinking, oh, it's Bieber. The Tigers are bad. I like it. I like it. Michael, good morning. Phillies first 5 and a run line parlay plus $1.25 with Zach Wheeler. Sure.
Careful, it's Phillies on a Tuesday. It's the old. I think they've won like 3 times this year on a Tuesday.
I don't care. I mean,
I know it's the whole.
They've won what 9? I mean, you're playing the national. You're playing.
Oh yeah,
no,
they should win against Braxton Garrett and the Marlins, but I didn't bet it because it's Phillies on a Tuesday.
It's plus money. I gotta say hi to plus money. Even on a regular run line was minus 105 for the game. I mean, if it loses. I can't, and I'll come back with the Phillies again tomorrow. I mean, how do you? I know they're bad on Tuesdays, but you got the Marlins and the Nats. Pick up, go. Whatever it is, 4, 8, 11. Go 10-2 against these guys because the Mets are not losing lately. They've won 13 or 15 themselves, and you're still 10 back. Yeah, beat the bad team. Agree with you under Astros game. Yes, I might take a first 5 plus a half with the Rangers. Yeah, Perez has been excellent. Yeah, 2 starts, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, and a 8-hit shutout. Yeah, Dodgers run line. Why wouldn't you? It keeps going. Why not? It's minus 105 here. Last night was 105, not bad. I feel like I just said about the Phillies, you get them at minus 110 on a run line. You get the Dodgers minus. If I'm getting really good teams, in the Dodgers case, they're playing a playoff caliber team in the Twins. But even with the Phils against a bad team, if I could get any run lines minus like a 115, 120, I'm going to tell you to take them. I'm going to tell you to take them. Heat index 105 in Baltimore. The weather has arrived. I think we'll see runs. Toronto, clear edge on the mound now. And I think their pitcher's a little better. Maybe it's a 6-4 game. I still think Toronto covers that run line for, I know someone mentioned it, because we don't want to lay 180 here on the road. Hoskins Zinger, yes, I like it, J-Rock. Mets run line, yes. Cards money line parlay plus 162. How do I say no to that? Plus money, sure. Mets against Mike Minor. You should. It's, you got 2, even the Mets on the run lines up at the 135, 140 range. So you're getting plus money. Why not? Ravens down to 3.5. Not sure where all the Titan money come from. The Titan money is coming in because I believe that Harbaugh was like, we're kind of maybe rest some guys. And I was expecting Lamar to play here anyway. And I don't have all of my preseason stuff. I have it all over the floor here. I have so many papers. I got like a garbage bag I'm going through trying to get all my stuff ready for the Look Ahead Line show and previews coming up for college football next week. I still like the Ravens. I'll bet the Ravens. If it loses, it loses. I mean, that's fine. I will. It's tough to buck a 20 win straight up. And listen, if you look at some of those games, they're 1-point games, stuff like that. So yeah, it's not like they're favored here. this line was built based on Harbaugh's numbers. If and listen, if when it went to 5, I was like, "Ooh boy, maybe I should have thought about doing some Tennessee money line." But again, I don't go. I try to grind out some money in preseason because you can. The coaches kind of tell you how things work out, and you can make some money. But listen, this is for little money. Just kind of grind along when there's not really much football in August. If you like the Titans, and I'm going to tell you this, I'm looking at lines. I'm going to tell you on Thursday. Everybody's going to be on the Ravens. Take the Titans. Take them today on the money line. Right? I mean, there are no teams aren't tying. They're going for 2. You find any go for 2 props in the preseason? Take it. Take it in the game. Team will go for 2. Right? I mean, we saw the Jags the other day. Listen, under 33 went all the way down. Still a loser. We saw them in the fourth quarter on their own 17-yard line or something. Go for it. I mean, down 20-0. What is that about? I mean, crazy things happen. Carrasco over 5.5 Ks. Is he pitching today, Carrasco? Oh, yeah, that's right. Bissett pitched yesterday.
It's cookie day.
I was looking and I had Bissett up, but that was from yesterday's line. I'm like, wait a second, why do I got Bissett in front of me?
Bissett threw 8 innings, 114 pitches. They asked him about it. He goes, "Man, I wish I could throw 120 each game," but Buck said no.
Yeah, no reason to. Buck, listen, baby, that staff. You don't know what's going to happen.
100%. The bullpen's solid enough to get you through games.
I remember you mentioned Diaz for, or maybe it was your brother for Cy Young. So MLB had a Diaz this outsider could be a Cy Young guy. So I'm thinking for the Mets, wow, maybe they're putting Walker in there because he's got that he's got a 280, right? And I'm thinking maybe they got Carrasco in there because the guy could win 20 games on that team. I don't know. It was Diaz, and I'm like, as good as he's been, his numbers are he doesn't lead the league in saves. I mean, how do you put him as a Cy Young guy? I get it. He's lights out.
How do you put him as a Cy Young guy? He's averaging 18.2 strikeouts per 9 innings.
All right, but he doesn't pitch 9 innings. He pitches 1. So he comes in, strikes out 2 guys. He faces 3. I mean, see, that's one of those people oh my God, he's averaging X amount of strikeouts. Well, the guy doesn't pitch. He's not a starter. Put him in if that's the case, let him start games. Let him go 7 innings and strike out 15 guys a game. You know what? That's not going to happen because he's going to go 2+, and then he's going to start getting belted around the field. That's what would happen. How do you put? I mean, he's great. The Mets finally have a bullpen. Really? Taijuan Walker should get thoughts ahead of him. He's an afterthought in that rotation. I mentioned Gosselin and Anderson all the time for the Dodgers because both of those guys are going to go 20-2 with sub 2.25, maybe sub 1, maybe a sub 2 ERA for Gosselin.
I know I'm a Mets fan and all, but I will say Nick has Edwin Diaz plus 15,000 because he asked Bovada to put it on the book for him so he could bet it. So he has that. But
I'd love for him to hit that. That'd be awesome.
If you look at Diaz's numbers, I know he's only pitched 45 in the 3rd innings. A 2-1 record, whatever record doesn't really matter. A 1.39 ERA, 91 strikeouts. So he has double the amount of strikeouts than he does innings pitched and a 0.86 whip. Not to mention the Mets are 61-0 when leading after 8 innings. So he has not blown if he pitches in that game, the Mets have not lost.
No, he's as good as a great Mariano year right now. No doubt.
Exactly. He's having probably right now the best season out of any closing pitcher in MLB history.
I'm looking for the article because they had all of his stats up, but
it's insane to see what he does. And hey, look at what he did yesterday. Just goes into not yesterday, the last
against
game
the Braves. Yeah,
he goes in, strikeout. Oh, MVP Austin Riley. I'll give you 3 pitches.
No,
strike.
Excellent. And there's really, not. Could he listen? I'm not saying it's not a good shot at taking it. because when you look at the pitching, who are you going to look at? You're going to look at maybe Corbin Burns from
Alcantara. Obviously, he would need Alcantara to slow down.
As much as I love Alcantara, these guys could end up 15, 20 games under 500. We're giving him a Cy Young because he's going to go 9-14.
Well, you would give him it because he goes
Burns,
with a sub 2 ERA, and actually
Burns' numbers are going to be comparable to Alcantara's, and he might actually go 13-9 instead of 9-13, and be on a team that's in first and wins the division.
Could be.
Yeah. You got to look at Wheeler for Philly.
Yeah. I guess you could look at Wheeler.
And the Dodger guys. I mean, Anderson and Gossett, they're not the sexy guys. It's not Kershaw. It's not Buehler.
Well, Gonzalez dropped off.
It's not Urias.
But
yeah, he looked at his last start, though. He was pretty solid. Maybe he just had his little bump in July, and that was it. I'm saying you have two guys go 20-1 or 20-2 with sub 2, like a 2.1 ERA. I know the analytic people are like, oh, this is terrible. You can't have these kind of, those numbers don't matter. But yet they say that, but then a guy who strikes out 198 times and hits 240 is an MVP. Like, no, you can't have it both ways. You can't say that a pitcher who pitches 189 innings and strikes out 191 and goes 20-2 with a 2.04 ERA is bad. Oh, he doesn't fit the peripherals. But a batter, because he hits 47 homers, strikes out 200 times and bats 240 is good. No, you struck out 200, you're garbage 200 times. I mean, I don't think Tony Gwynn struck out 200 times in 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, there was the one stat that Joey Gallo struck out more times in June than Tony Gwynn in his last 4 years.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I mean, forget about it. I mean, that's a whole huge ticket. I hope he cashes it.
Oh, yeah.
And
it'd be the first relief pitcher since 2003 to win it.
And he's got it because, again, Musgrove.
He just needs Alcantara to fall off a little bit.
Yeah,
I think if he continues to do what he does on a first place team, and if he blows zero, he has to blow 0 saves.
I agree.
He cannot give up. He cannot blow a single save because then I think he's out of the picture. But seeing that he has not blown, or he's blown a couple of saves, but the Mets didn't lose those games. He cannot pitch in a game that the Mets lose.
And it's all started Caracas because I'm like, this guy, he's a guy who can win 17 or 20 games out of. No one's even talking about him.
So it doesn't really matter.
I know. But that's what you want, though. Like, when you have a really good team, even this when the Yankees were awesome in their heyday back from like 96 to like 2004. They have like 120-game winner. I'm like, put some, like, you think that the 4 or 5 guy on that roster would go 17-4 every year. No, they're all 14-6. It's ridiculous. I'm happy to see the guy at the back of the rotation going to win 19 games on a good team.
Yeah.
Good for him. Zach Thomas under here in the Arizona. I don't know. I mean, Arizona could strike out. They're a bad team, J-Rock. Sorry we got off the cuff there with Diaz and the Trumpets. But that article, I was thinking, all right, it's got to be Taijuan Walker, maybe even Cookie, because he's going to win 20 games. Today's I think there's some great spots today. Make some money. Braves first 5 against the Sox. I could agree. It's Rich Hill's terrible. Phillies run line, yes, can't hit. I agree with you there. Although Tim keeps bringing up the Tuesday Philly angle.
I'm not actually betting.
They're due. They're due, everybody. They're due to win on a Tuesday.
They're due to win on. Just ask Allie on morning.
I know.
Just go ahead. Have fun.
I know they've been bad all season. It's just I can't. I'm not running. And if you bet the Phillies if you faded the Phillies every Tuesday and you're 12-0 on them on the Tuesday games or 8-0, whatever it is, keep running that thing. But if you're going to jump in today and be like, oh, I bet it and it lost, because now you are 0-1 while everybody else is 11-1 or whatever they are. I mean, again, it's the Marlins. They can't hit. Giants, I had the Giants with you yesterday. I'm taking Musgrove's again. You have to take the Giants with the first 5 are game because they are San Diego's a 170 fave and they've dropped 5 straight. But they're due to win, right? They got to win because they got Tatis now. So yeah, pencil in a W for them. How do you jump on a team that's losing, on a losing streak? I'm begging you, Dodge plus 120. Is this Dodgers 120 on a run line? I guess. What do we got here, Willio? Giants again today. Maybe that's what you say. Is that what you're talking about? I'd say the Giants today, but if you're getting 120, you do a lot better than that. Tampa and A's are 2 dogs I'm thinking about today. Little Oaktown versus Otani, right? I mean, how are the Angels? Talk about bad teams. If you like the Angels, I guess you got to roll on them plus 105. Caprilion's bad. Definitely an ugly dog with the A's for sure. But the Angels, how are they at 175? I can't do it. And Tampa, where's that Tampa matchup here against Milwaukee? The Brew Crew. Yacobonis and Freddie Peralta. Yeah. Oh man. I know if I could be jumping into Yacobonis. This is his first start. This is a tough one. I'm all for ugly, Mike. I mean, I told Eric here, sure, take the Reds with Mike Minor. Do I really want to? I mean, yeesh. Tampa's a tough one because they aren't hitting. They're trying to tread water until they get all their players back. Tough call. Oh, no, this isn't Yacobonis' first start. He's actually when's his game log? Out of the bullpen. No, this is his first start. He's a bullpen guy. And he's been beat up. Well, I mean, I can't tell you to do that one. I mean, the A's, I take a shot because why not? How are the Angels scoring? Giants again, yes. Ronald, who's a safer run line, Philly or the Cubs? I'd say Philly. I mean, what's the Cub run line? I don't have that one in front of me. I'd still say the Phillies. I think Phillies. I think are fighting for their playoff lives. Hill is 5-0 against Atlanta with a 3+ ERA. Okay, when's the last time he faced the Braves? Miz, how many? Rich Hill Rich Hill's 3-0, but he played for the Dodgers in 2017. I can't. How many? I mean, come on. Julio says Philly. I agree. Joey Bart to get a hit today. 920 last 2 games, getting plus money, get a hit. I have to start playing it. You know me, the 105. It's not big enough to jump on, but I understand. Cards and Bengals under 33.5 points Thursday preseason action. Yes. I kind of like that. No Kyler Murray. He's got COVID. Who knew that was still going around? I thought he had monkeypox. Apparently he's out with COVID. Bengals under. No Burrow. Obviously, no really starting quarterbacks. I want to take Manoa today, but the line is falling. Jay's 2-8, 2-6 the last 8. Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore's still chugging along. I think someone brought up the Baltimore run line has been money. That actually helps when you win, was it 12, 13, 14 in a row? I get it. It's just, listen, I like Manoa. Do I want to take, it's either one or the other. You either go Manoa on the run line, thinking he's going to pitch it good and they get to Bradish, or you take Baltimore at the big plus money and say, we're winning again. So, Willie O, to be honest, I don't really know about baseball. I'm good with odds. And plus 120, 140, 150, so I don't work much minus 105. Well, here's the thing. Well, you don't know much about baseball. It's really easy to jump in and say you like the best team that's laying huge numbers, not 120, 140. You're going to be laying 240s and 305s. So the run line, you got to win by 2 runs, and you take a Toronto team that's a 180 favorite where you risk 100 to win, to lose 180, and you turn that into 100 to win, to lose 110. So Tim is right. I'm off the Phillies on a Tuesday, says Michael. Yeah. Huntley played well. I have the who else is there? I got another quarterback. Now you make me go down for my NFL notes. Tyler Huntley, Brent Hundley and Huntley are the backups, plus Anthony Brown already in that system, right? If they're going to see significant time, it's worth a shot. Obviously, you're not going to get nothing out of Lamar. You're not going to get anything out of the offensive line, stuff like that. A lot of starters resting. No one is going to come in and play their starters a lot. I mean, listen, Giants guy was like, hey, if you're healthy, they're playing. Some guys will play some starters a little bit, just based on, they cut a preseason game out, right? The preseason changed a little bit. You have new coaches on bad teams. They want to kind of get a win somewhere. You'll hear, I could, the talking points and repeating things are stuff that people like me have been doing for 20 years when it came to preseason. You bet unders first couple games. Game 3 dress rehearsal, you think, okay, the favorite, you kind of lean on that. Starter's going to go 3+ quarters. Week 4 would be every under, bet it blindly, and you'd go 12-3 back in the day, or whatever the case would be. That's a little different. The only thing that has not changed is that the coaches tell you their game plans. Who's starring, who he wants to get a look at. It's pretty, and I don't want to say it's simple or it's easy, because that is 100% not true. It's good from a standpoint where you can kind of little edge. When the guy says, yeah, we're kind of set. Pace of the game's going good. We like this way this is going. We're gonna kind of we're gonna play some backups here. I want to round out the roster. Like, you got teams that are looking for those end of the roster guys. It's not like we're going to see, Matt Stafford's not coming out and play with his bad elbow. I doubt we'll see him this preseason. See a lot of Wolford. We'll see a lot of Wolford for the Rams, for sure. Good morning, Don. Over 1.5 bases. Hoskins, Gurriel, and Schmidt. Goldie. Gurriel. I'm not looking to bet Gurriel. Put somebody else in that from the Astros. And also, why do we look at the Astros game with Martin Perez, who's in his 2 starts versus him, has given up 10 hits in 16 innings? That's really going to roll the dice on that one. Let's go. We got 10 hits in 2 games versus the guy. Cubs, Nats, first 5 under. Yeah, I do. I'll go under that with you. Tate great. That's a sweet jersey there, Tim. Wonder if there's an awesome story behind it.
That one? That's been up for a while now.
Yeah, but he's got the story. Remember, you said you ran him down in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, we were walking the streets of Charlotte after the Nuggets Hornets game last year, and we were walking to one of the bars. I heard people talking behind me. I just took a quick glance, and it was Jamal Murray walking with his bodyguard and his either girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever it is, and had the jersey, had a marker, and we even have the pictures of him going and signing the jersey. So, yeah, this is definitely a piece that I am holding on to for a while. I don't plan on getting rid of it at all, but yeah, I definitely a really fun experience that time. So,
I forgot
jersey.
I forgot to post out the pics on Twitter. So they're on Twitter, and also there's a Culver's picture, my number 1 customer, first customer today, Culver's. Don't be jealous. Zach Wheeler Day. Yes, Tim loves Zach Wheeler Day. Diaz for Cy Young. Yeah, we know you got a big ticket there. Good for you. I hope it cashes. That'll be wonderful. I love plus money when I convince myself there's a slight edge. Half unit on Miami first 5. Eesh, Phillies trash on Tuesday. There you go. Enough said. Fade to public. Michael, how are you today? Philly run line. I agree with you, although the chat doesn't. Cleveland Indians run line. I do not like Cleveland run line today. Don't like it. Dodgers, yes. San Fran, sure. Tampa Bay, Milwaukee under. Yes. Cincy and the plus 1.5. Why not with Mike Minor, right? Why not? Need to know if the under is a good look in Storm Sky.
No. Hold on. I have my plays typed up for you. Now, He said Storm Sky. No, I got the over in the Sky game. I have the over in the Dream game. I took the Sun -8. Those are the 3 WNBA plays for today. So,
There you
no,
go.
I don't like your under. I'm sorry.
Big market New York buy switch will help the MVP cost. Not going to help him. There is anti-New York. They hate New York. They don't want anything to do with the Mets or the Yanks. Don't judge me or 1-800-GAMBLER, mate, but opinions on White Sox KC game 1.
It's Lance Lynn, so bet the over.
Lance Lynn, auto to the over.
Yep,
with
there you
Lance
go.
Lynn.
I have the same thing. Good.
That's it. Over. I mean, it's Lance Lynn. He's terrible. David, how are you? I like St. Louis money line. Gads, 170 on the road. Phillies run line, yes. Blue Jays money line. Again, why don't you just listen? If you like money line, St. Louis 170. You like Blue Jays money line 180, and Phillies run line. Why don't you just do all 3 money lines and put them in a parlay? Take all 3 faves, put them in a parlay. Hopefully, you go 3-0. Because all those are run lines or nothing for me. Can't bet the Padres. Drop 5 straight. Can't do it. Sean to Sean. Good afternoon. Rangers Stros under first 5. Yes, I like it under for the game as well. LJ says lay the Cub run line versus the Nationals. I don't have that run line in front of me. It's a 185, so I'm guessing it's probably up in that maybe like 120-ish kind of range, I guess. I don't know. It is the Nats. Could be a little lower. But yes, bad Nationals. WNBA is right here. Sun, dream over, storm over. WNBA.
By the way, you can get the Cubs run line at +103 on my book.
+103. Look at that. I'm thinking it was going to be in the minus.
Well, keep in mind they are at
range.
home, so
yes, they lose that bat. I always forget that. I just I write all the faves down, and then I got to think like, oh boy, is this home or away guy? I don't have it.
Yeah.
Milwaukee run line plus the 140 with the Brew Crew. I would say yeah. Tampa on the road. It's just they're struggling. This is not your old Tampa team right now. Cobb over K's. He fanned 10 last time. I'd say yes, just because the Padres are struggling right now. Looks like rain in Philly. That stinks. That stinks because all of a sudden you got your starter goes 3 innings. Things are looking great, right? It's 1-0 Phils going top 4. He's got 5 Ks cruising along, or 3 Ks say, and no hits. And then here comes the bullpen because there's an hour rain delay, and all hell breaks loose, and the game's 8-6. and then the Tuesday jinx is still on. Mets, Dodgers, Mariners, Phillies, Suns, Aces parlay. Yeesh. I'm gonna say that goes, 5-1. Like there's a loser in there somewhere.
You're not really saying much with the 2 WNBA plays because the Sun are -325 and the Aces are -625. So I think he just put those in to make it a 5 and 6 play parlay. So
I mean, like what? He got the Mets big fave, Dodgers are a fave, and then you put the Mariners in as a dog. Like why the Mariners?
Not? Have some plus money in there. There you go.
Why no Cubs? Like put the Cubs in.
Put the Philly, Dodger, and Mets if you're gonna put them in there. Put them as run lines.
I mean, it
and
makes
then put the
sense.
spreads for those 2 WNBA sides.
Jay's first 5. I like Manoah. Took the Titans spread and the Patriots. Gotta love the dogs, he says, for preseason NFL. We'll talk more NFL tomorrow night. Titans run the ball, Patriots run the ball. Both teams win Patriot system way. Again, it's tough going against Harbaugh. If you want the Titans, just take the money line if you think they're going to knock off Baltimore. And the Patriots, you got the Giants coming to town. I believe, I don't have it right in front of me here. But Belichick, I think, is like 50-30 in preseason. He's pretty good. Thoughts on the Tribe and the Tigers? I get it, but I kind of lean Tigers run line. Yes. I'll take Tiger. And even Tiger's money line. I could see Bieber going down. Yeah. 20 straight. Brio, good afternoon. Richard, every day Cincinnati Reds are getting swept, they say. Well, that's not really a bold take here when the Mets are 290 fave. And it's Mike Minor on the hill. A's killed yesterday. Oh well, what do you like? Over under Sox. A tough one. Again, under Atlanta. Atlanta. Blah, 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 under Athletic games. And the Brave game, got to go over with Rich Hill. Don't like it at all. Even the garbage can could get the steak go tomorrow. You like the Marlins. It's, again, we know how Phillies are on Tuesday. It's a whole nother ball of wax. This team, I said at the beginning of the year, I thought they'd be a dark horse to kind of steal this division, right? Everybody talking about the Braves as repeating champs. You got the Mets with Scherzer and DeGrom. Philly went out and got their bats, and they've struggled, right? They got rid of Girardi. They had a nice win streak. Then they hit the bricks again. I like their trade deadline moves. And now you have the Nationals, the Marlins, the Nationals again. Beat up the bad teams. I can't do the Marlins. There's no offense. All these pitchers, Cantara, Lopez. I know Rogers has been bad. Sixto's been hurt. Max Myers is out. Cabrera, Luzardo. A lot of good pitchers. No offense. No offense. At least I know on the Philly side of things, I got a guy who could just randomly hit a home run on a team. You got none of that on Miami. Justin, thank you for coming in. Tim can't keep his no beard 5 o'clock shadow baby face longer than a week. Let's see that cute little face. Come in. There it is. There it is. Toronto minus 150 on the money line. It's down to 150. This was a 175 last night. Not liking Toronto run line at all now. That line's coming down. It's Baltimore. Baltimore bust. Wind blowing out in Philly. Hot, humid. Watch the ball fly. Well, I think the Philly bats are a little better. So if you like Philly, that's good news. Yanks finally win. Cole and pitching staff need to wake up. Yeah. Good luck. Forget about the pitching staff. How about the bats? How about can we do something about? I know. I think Donaldson hit a home run yesterday. He's still hitting 2 1/4. Aaron Hicks, Glieber's hitting the 250. What's LeMahieu at? What's DJ doing? That guy's a 300 hitter. He comes here like everybody. Guys come to the Yankees and lifetime 305 batters come here and hit 267. It's ridiculous. Think the Yanks take 2 out of 3 from Seattle? No. Seattle all day again. Untouchable. How are you today? NBA picks, David. The Sun, -8. Dream over to 167.5. And the Storm over 164. WNBA from Tim. A's plus 1.5. Yeah, I would do A's run line. Why not? I mean, how do you take the Angels in any kind of favor role? Here we go. The pen's out. Phillies lose today. Eat crow. He says, eat crow. I love it, Richard. We take a Dream spread. It hopped to 12.5.
Dream are against the Aces. I wouldn't talk you off of it because the Aces are 6-12 this year as 8-point or bigger favorites. I wouldn't talk you off of it. I just like the over in this game. I don't like the Dream either. But it's fading the Aces. Of course, the Aces play at home the day after we get home. But I wanted to go to an Aces game. I thought that would be fun. Oh, and I got my first WNBA shirt. My New York Liberty shirt came in. There we go.
Unders. I do like the under St. Louis Rocky game. I say that every series. I'm a Mets fan. You got a good season going along. Mets run line. Yeah, it's Mike Minor. You got it, I guess. I can't lay that huge number, so run line, yes. Only 2 days to look at Marlins when Lopez or Cantara pitches. I agree. Although I like Luzardo. You know I'm a Luzardo guy too. XA. I love those XA's pitchers. Angels first 5. No. Braves run line. Yes. Astros run line. Wow. Astros run line plus 1.25. You'd think it would be a little higher based on their facing a guy who they scored 2 runs against, 1 run against in 2 starts. I can't even. I would actually take Texas before I did Astros run line. It would probably be I'll take Texas in the 150, 160, then Astros run line. If I'm taking 125, doesn't think it's worth it.
Real quick, Nathan, where are you getting the Mets run line at minus 105? I got 145. Like that's like a 40 cent. Where are you getting that number?
105. Yeah, wow. Maybe that's a. I didn't even notice that. I just saw the run line. I kind of moved on from it.
Nathan, let us know where did you get that number? Because I don't believe that I don't believe that the Mets would have ever been that low of a run line.
Yankees money line. I don't like. Give me Seattle again. Give me Seattle again. What would be the best first 5 bet for today? Oh, brother. I'm not a huge first 5 guy, but I'm going to say because I don't even look at the first 5 for teams because if I'm going to like a favorite, I'm going to throw the Braves out here because I don't like Boston or Rich Hill. What is his first 5 number? See, minus like 140, 150, like it's a game? I mean, I don't want to lay that.
Okay. Atlanta is minus 156. Money line first 5, or minus a half is minus 112.
I mean, dude, there you go. Take Atlanta minus a half first 5 for 112. I mean, I can't. For me, Ruben, if I'm doing faves, they're more run line kind of stuff, and I'm not a big first 5 kind of cat. Blue Jays team total over 3.5. Should get there, Miss Danica, and good morning to you. I don't know why this line is coming down. I'd be worried if I'm a Toronto fan. Cubs team total over 3.5. Yes. Let's fade away on the Nationals. Boston over 9.5. Yes. Rich Hill, yes. Cleveland, easy first. Cleveland, easy first 5. I kind of like the Tigers. Did not do anything on that game, though. Get back to work. We'll see you tomorrow, Mike. Thanks for popping in. Phillies run line only. Run line only, J-Rock. Nathan's getting Mr. Nika lines. The Canadian lines. I think it was an early line. I mean, listen, if you had a 105er, good for you grabbing that nice and early. The best one I saw was 135 last night. Had to be definitely an early line. I mean, if you got it, good. Good. Listen, Allie Burns up next. Morning Wood, Detroit, Lenny in the house. 10 minutes away from that. Look at lines tomorrow night. Not quite sure of a time yet. So there's that. If you're interested in that kind of nonsense. But that's it. We're going to roll on out of here. Whoa! Untouchable. Baltimore money line, sure. Over 8. Why not? I think Baltimore is going to win. You think they're going to get to Mania? Seattle first 5, yes. Cubby run line first 5, sure. Fade the Nationals. I totally get it. And that's it. Untouchable. Oh no, Javi's coming in. Love the blue pen. Like the pen comes out, it's the fact checker. It's like, you know what? Win or lose, you throw out easy stuff. Easy, lock. Thank me in the morning. The pen comes out. Coming out. That's what we're doing. Well, we're not coming out. We're closing down. We're out of here. Back Wednesday. Bye-bye.